What's up, guys? Travis with Road Alliance Customs. Today we're working on the traditional Ford Hot Rod Coupe, and we are working on the gas tank. So let's jump right into it. Alright, so to fix this tank here, I'm going to make it in two pieces. This piece here and this bottom piece. There's no way I could make this piece in one piece with the tools I have. So I'm going to make the top piece, make an arc here, and then just knock the flange over so it matches this radius here. And then I'm just going to make another piece here with that same half radius up. Hopefully it'll look good enough to be hidden forever. So yeah, it's going to be fine no matter what, but I'm trying to make it look nice. There we go. Mark the inside. Okay, so I got this all marked out. The top line is where I want the bend to start. This little radius here, where I want that to start, and the bottom line's just kind of a little extra, so it'll follow it down. Let me trim the extra and start shaping that curve. As you can see, this is now rolled. Not perfect, but might take it to an English wheel and kind of see if I can get a high crown die and work a little bit. But I do need to shrink the center here because it took some material from the center. No, it didn't. I forgot what it did. I can't think. It's late. But when I peened it over, I got a kind of a warp here, so I gotta take that out. No big deal. That worked perfectly. That's nice and flat, or the same contour as the tank at least, because I'm matching it up with the tank. And so now I'm going to get a high crown die and just kind of clean up this edge here. Nice. So that worked out. It wasn't perfect, but I was only really doing the edge. So not too bad. I don't think it's too bad for something that's literally going to be in between the firewall. It's going to be up against the inside of the firewall. So no one's literally ever going to see this unless they take the tank out. So if it's not perfect, I don't care too much. So literally just have to fill this strip in now. I'm going to taper this piece 2 inches wide to 3 inches wide to deal with these pinholes. So, and I measured from here to there, It's 27 inches, which is perfect. It's the size of the piece we made. So let's mark out that piece and stomp it out. Alright, so I got the taper on this piece. As you can probably see, small up here, bigger down there. So I took this piece, the first piece I made, I put it upside down. Then I took this piece, my strip, put this tip on the edge and the opposite side on the edge. Then scribed a mark in the middle, as you can see. I start cutting it. Now I'm going to cut that all the way across, and this should sit right on top perfectly the way I want it. So I'm going to cut that off, finish cutting that off, and I'll probably be back in here tomorrow to finish this up because I have to go inside and get some sleep. 4 o'clock comes early. Alright, so I got this all tacked up. Fit perfectly on there. So now let me hammer and finish all that like I always do, and then I'll start working on the baffles. Alright, so me and Shepard decided I don't think we're gonna do baffles in the tank. I think I'm just gonna do that race car foam. Just show a bunch of little squares in there and call it a day. So yeah, not gonna do any baffles, so I can just weld those holes up and right? Just weld the holes up, and then we can weld that piece on. He's not having it. See cars, buddy? He just woke up, so he's a little out of it. Yeah. All right, let's weld those holes up. Alright, so I got the holes filled. I'm not going to grind them down because I don't know if they leak yet. and I kind of want as much metal there as possible, so it's under the dash. Don't care. So now I just got to start tacking this piece in that I made. Start from one side, go to the other. Probably start in the middle, maybe, or I'll start on one edge. I'm really not too sure yet. Might have to cut a few tacks loose because this is it's an odd shape to be butt welding. So just fingers crossed it'll work out. So let's just jump into it now. Alright, so I got holes welded up. Looks crazy. And I took that steering mount off. I don't know if I said it, but I don't want anything hanging on the tank other than maybe a choke rod. But got this panel in. I'm not going to grind off any welds because, like I said before with the holes, I want as much weld on there as possible, and it's completely hidden, so I'm not really too worried about it. What's up, guys? I just want to jump in here and remind you guys to subscribe if you like what you see. I'm going to be continuing to put out content, so if you want to follow along at what I'm building, what I'm going to continue to build, and I actually got some pretty cool things coming for you guys. So just got to get that subscriber count up. So if you want to do that for me, I'd appreciate it. Thanks, guys. All right. Well, tried to go to Napa to get a bunch of fittings and line and stuff, and that did not work out. So I stopped by Max, went to the Max Superstore, and came home with a bunch of stuff, like always. Battery tie down. Cool. Didn't need it. Well, I do need it, but I didn't need it right now, but thanks. Hey, linkage rod. Cool. Pedal pad. Nice. Brand new fuel line from the tank to the firewall. Awesome. Fuel shutoffs? He said try one. Whichever works, use it. Cool. He had some fittings. Well, he gave me this a while ago, but I brought it to Napa to try and find a fitting, and they had nothing. Crazy. Everything I need. So, first things first, well, I did get one thing at Napa. I got this adapter, but I'm just using it for this thread, and I'm going to braze this onto my fuel tank. So yeah, I think first things first, I gotta put this on the firewall. I will put this onto it and find out where I need to actually, then I put this on here. Is this how this goes? Yeah, okay. And then figure out where I need to drill the hole in the tank. Yeah, there we go. Goes just like that. Firewall is here, inside the cowl, up to the tank. So I need to find where this is and braze that on. gap on the passenger side of the fitting when it's on there, so I'm going to write gap. So hopefully when I braze it, I'll know to put a gap on there. Alright, let's try and drill a hole and braze that fitting on. Boss is back to check in on me. Binky in hand, mouth. I think he likes it. Hopefully we'll get this thing running with the tank today. Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty exciting. I can't wait to have this so I can just get in it and turn the key and not have to hook up a bottle, pour gas down the carburetor. You know, just like normal. And maybe I'll be able to just pull this in and out of the garage. That would be cool. Even if I gotta sit on a bucket, if this thing's drivable, whoo, that'll be so good. But, alright. Let's get back to brazing. Alright, so tank's ready to fill. I didn't want to put water in it, but I don't think I have anything that I want to put in this that's not flammable if I have to weld it again. I just guess I just gotta put some water in it and I'll empty it out real good and then let it sit in the sun. That's all I can really do. So, well, here goes nothing. One so far. Let me keep filling this up and I'll see where else it leaks. Okay, so unfortunately welding this tank is a lost cause. Apparently the metal around, well, the metal near the bottom of the tank around like where I welded it and where I filled in the holes for the spot welds is just so thin. Not so thin. There's a lot of spots where it's rusted and pinholes are killing me. I'm trying to weld up the pinholes and more appear on the edge of the weld. I fix those, more appear. Then I tried to silicon bronze it, so I didn't really melt the base metal. I just kind of melted that over it. It's the water's coming straight through it. So I really want to flip out, but I'm not going to. So I guess I got to use this. And if this doesn't work, I got to get a new tank. And that's not cool because they're expensive. And they don't make them, so I need to find a good one and then probably seal that one. So hopefully that sealer will work. So now I need to empty the tank and make sure it's all dry. Alright, so while the tank was drying, forgot to record this, but it's just really simple. I just bent up the fuel line, comes over, around, up, and in. I'll most likely have to change this when I put a 2-carb setup on here, but for now it's perfect, exactly what I need. And it comes out the firewall. Well, tracing it backwards comes out of carb, got it to the bowl, through the firewall, and to that piece. That stock line Comes over just like this. And meets up to this guy. And I tested this. This is the one I had on the tank, and it held water. And when I opened it up, water came flowing. So it does work. Thin. I thought it would be a lot thicker than this. Now I'm trying to, I guess, drain it. Now would be the time to drain it, I guess. I really don't know. So, I'm gonna drain it. Well, that's it for this. It's going to take 3 days to dry. And it's a pretty old can, so I hope the stuff's still good. We'll see. Next video will definitely be an update on this. Because I'm really excited. Because everything on this coop is like ready for me to at least try and see if it moves under its own power. And I know the motor runs and the clutch works, so I can get it in gear. Well, I don't know if the clutch works. I assume it works. It feels like it works. So that's why I want to get everything together, because I want to see and know for sure that I can put this thing in gear and it'll move. And then I just need a couple fittings to hook up the rear brakes, and that's it. We can do a little test rip down the road on a bucket, because that seat doesn't have any brackets. So if any of you guys out there have a seat riser for a coupe with the sliders on it and everything, I'm your guy. I want it. So yeah, thanks again. I've been getting a lot of comments, a lot of good feedback on the videos, so keep it up. I appreciate it, and I will keep it up too. Alright guys, like always, like this video, comment on this video, and share this video, please. And if you're not subscribed, subscribe, because big things coming. Not going to tell you guys because I need to get that subscriber count up, but once I do, there are big things coming. Stay tuned, guys. Thank you.